What is some advice you would have for someone who wants to be a social media creator? And I'm going to say, find something that you love talking about. Because if you do that, it'll be very hard for you to be bored, and it's going to be very hard for you to be lost as far as trying to find ideas, because you're excited about the thing that you're talking about. So yeah, find something that you're genuinely interested in and put that out there. Post it. All right. Next, what are your favorite movies of all time? Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know. I really like all the Star Wars movies. I love the nostalgia, and I love how they come into the current time with all the technology that they film with. I guess I want to say the visual effects, seeing it graduate from way back when and then coming up to now is really, really exciting for me. So yeah, I'm going to say the Star Wars movies because of the span of time that it took to film all of them. What is one of your most embarrassing moments? Wow. I'm gonna have to say me having a crush on this girl in school, and I told one of my friends all about it all the time, like, oh my gosh, but I was super scared to go speak to her. And then one day I ran out to the front of the house because I knew that my friend was going to prom that day, and I was super excited to see what kind of car he had. And he got out of the car and he went and opened the door, and I'd just been playing basketball, so I was looking funky. And he opens the door. He has this awesome tuxedo. Opens the door, and his guest, his date for that night for the prom, was the girl I had a crush on. And she looked at me. She was like, Jason! And I was like, I couldn't even speak. I dropped the basketball and I ran into the backyard. I was a teenager. Completely miffed that whole moment. So yeah, that was quite embarrassing. If you can have your dream vacation, where would you go and what would you do? I'm definitely gonna say Hawaii. There's something about the water. I love the water. I love the islands. And I just feel like Hawaii would be like a different vibe because my parents are Jamaican and most of my friends and family are like Caribbean. So Hawaii would be a different island vibe to me. And I love watching it on TV. I like watching any show that their locale is Hawaii, or when they do House Hunters and they go to Hawaii, I'm like, yeah. If I wanted to pack it up and just be done, like win the lottery and just go to some place like vacation or just permanent, it'd probably be Hawaii. What is my biggest pet peeve? My biggest pet peeve has got to be when they don't package something completely. When you go to the store and you go ahead and you say you buy like a camera, and then you come home and you're getting ready to set it up and the tripod mount is like missing and they don't have it included, so you have to order it off of like Amazon or something. Absolutely drives me nuts because I like to use the thing that I want to use like right then, but then when I take it home and I realize I have to go back to the store or I have to go to the internet to scour it for another part to make it work, absolutely drives me nuts. Can't stand it. What is something most people who follow you don't know about you? When I was a little kid, very, very young, my babysitter was Greek. It was a whole household of Greek folks. And the matriarch of the family did not speak any English. And so I would be in there and she would be talking to me in Greek. And a long time, like I didn't really get it. And then I started picking it up. And then I started speaking Greek. Unfortunately, I don't remember any of it now in present day, but I knew I used to speak it fluently back then. So yeah, I wish I could unlock that part of my brain. That'd be pretty cool. But yeah, I used to speak Greek. Oh, what is your favorite birthday memory? Definitely, I think it was when I turned 9. These wax candles had gotten really popular that had like the number of your birthday, with like different shapes and stuff and different, I don't even know what you'd call it. They were just really fancy. And my dad had bought one and placed it on the cake. And they lit it did the whole Make-A-Wish, and I blew the candle out. But it looked like it was almost built out of like confectionery sugar. So my dad picked it up. He was like, I wonder if this is something that's edible. And so it had the icing on it, and he bit into that thing, and it was just wax, and it like got stuck to his teeth, and he kind of gagged because it was like he took a big old hunk bite out of it, and everybody laughed. And I don't even remember what gifts I got, but I remember the belly laugh that I had that day. So yeah, definitely that one. What would be the one superpower you would choose to have? Telepathy. It guaranteed, like there's nothing better. Like somebody can be lying to you and you can immediately know that they're lying. You know their thoughts. Or you can use that to make people happy because you know exactly what they want, what they need. And the movie that I think about is What Women Want, with, I think it was with Mel Gibson, where you can hear the thoughts of women. And I was like, dude, you'd like never get in trouble with your wife if you always knew. Or maybe you might know that she'd probably want to like kill you or something over leaving the toilet seat up. Yeah, I still think it would be a really cool power to have though. When did I first go viral? My first time going viral definitely is the video of, it was a Charlie D'Amelio video, and Lillian was like obsessed. And so I am looking at the video, and I did like a duet. I'm looking at the camera, I'm looking at my phone, and then I turn the phone towards Lillian, and Lillian goes, oh, and she like gets really, really excited. And it was that I can't remember the Estelle song. Take me on a trip, I'd like to go somewhere. American Boy. And it was, Charlie was dancing to that song, and it was like slowed down or something. And that video went viral. Like that same day, it hit like 500,000 views. And then Charlie D'Amelio and all these blue check people commented, blew my mind. Like, and then after that, I went viral one more time. But that was the very first one, and it's very special to me. I will never forget that moment. When was a time in your life you felt you were at a crossroads, and how did you decide what to do? I think the first time that we had a sibling group as our foster kids, and they went back home. They got placed back, they got reunified with their family. And it was really difficult to think, okay, do we get back into the saddle of foster care, or do we leave our home empty for a while? And a lot of people were encouraging us, hey, you need the time, you need some time to heal. Don't open up your house again. Those kids are probably going to come right back, because we really love them very dearly. But it came to a point where me and my wife really thought about it, and we said, you know what? Let's think about it the next time that phone rings. And they called us, and it was a little boy, and he was with us for maybe a couple days. And they called us again, and the next time they called us, it was Lillian, and we went to go pick her up from the hospital. So yeah, I'm glad that we did not keep our house closed, but we opened it back up, and now we have our family forever. If you had to describe yourself in 4 words, what would they be? I would say that I'm reserved, I am hilarious, I am musical, and I am protective. I very much want to protect the people that are in my care. And yeah, there we go. What is your favorite holiday? Christmas? Like, are you kidding me? Like, yeah, it's my favorite holiday, but it also makes me sad because there's so much fanfare that builds up to the day. And then like right on the 25th, you almost mourn that it's Christmas, because that means that you don't get to look forward to Christmas anymore because you're in it. And then tomorrow you have to pack up all the packaging paper and get rid of everything, and then it's not Christmas anymore, and people kind of get away from the whole goodwill towards men and everything. But yeah, Christmas, the season, just the way people treat each other, it makes life make sense in a way. I don't know, that's the way I think about it. It makes people kinder. Which one of your accomplishments are you proudest of? I am most proud of accomplishing fatherhood. I used to be very self-centered even before I met my wife. But I always kind of wanted to be that Daddy Warbucks figure ever since I seen Annie. But it seemed very far from the person I was back then to transform into who I am now. And now I have a family, and our family was built through very fragile conditions. But seeing them together, being able to take pictures, take videos, and do stuff together, it is very much, I don't know if I can look at it as a trophy, as much as you can non-possessively look at a trophy moment for your heart. I think my family is that to me. They are extremely precious to me, and they are my greatest accomplishment, if I could call it that. Who are your role models? My role model has been my role model for as long as I can remember, turning on the TV and seeing, would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? It's definitely Mr. Rogers, of Mr. Rogers Neighborhood fame. Go Philly. Yeah, or is it Pittsburgh? I can't remember where they're from. I know it's Pennsylvania, but Would You Be My Neighbor, that song, the music, everything about him and who he was. I want to reflect that for the generation that I'm in. I think that he was one of the most kind people, and I'm trying to emulate a lot of who he was and what he did. And he is my biggest role model, is Mr. Rogers. And he was the very first and probably the only, no, he's not the only one, but he was definitely the first celebrity that died that I cried over, because he meant a lot to me. Still does. So, yeah. Thank you. This has been awesome. Famous birthdays. Love you guys. Come on over and hang out with me at Dad Life Jason.